If you're over 70, you're probably doing your best to fight back against aging. You might have a tub of whey protein in your pantry. You try to get your daily walk in, and you're doing everything you've been told to do to stay strong and fight sarcopenia. But there's a painful catch, isn't there? What's the point of building strength if your joints are screaming in protest? What good is a stronger muscle if it just puts more agonizing strain on a frayed tendon or a bone-on-bone knee? This is the great unspoken failure of the modern protein powder obsession. Protein powders are designed to do one thing: build the engine of your muscle. But they do absolutely nothing to repair the chassis, the tendons, ligaments, and cartilage that hold that engine in place. You're building a V8 engine in a car held together with rusty bolts. It's a recipe for pain and injury. But what if there was a profoundly simple, incredibly cheap food that does the one thing protein powder can't? What if, for just $1.50, you could get a muscle sponge that not only rebuilds your joint cushioning cartilage, but also strengthens the connective webbing inside your muscles, making them truly powerful and resilient? In this video, I will reveal this simple, overlooked item from your baking aisle. I'll explain the science of how it rebuilds joints and strength, and the one specific time of day you must take it to make it 200% more effective. To understand this problem, you have to understand what a protein powder like whey or a plant-based isolate actually does, and what it doesn't. Think of your muscle as a bundle of strong, rubber-like engine cables. This is the part that contracts and creates force. The protein powder is fantastic at repairing these specific cables. Now imagine that entire bundle of cables is held together and attached to your bone by a tough, flexible, and slightly stretchy chassis and webbing. This chassis is your connective tissue, your tendons, your ligaments, and the intricate matrix within the muscle itself. What is this tough, flexible chassis made of? It's not the same protein as the engine cables. It's made almost entirely of collagen. Here is the fundamental, multi-billion-dollar flaw in the modern approach. Protein powders contain virtually zero collagen. They are feeding the engine, but they are starving the chassis. And for a senior over 70, the part that fails first isn't the engine, it's the chassis. It's the tendon that gets sore. It's the cartilage that wears thin. It's the ligament that feels stiff and achy. This creates the most frustrating catch-22 in all of senior health. Your doctor tells you that you need to do resistance exercise to fight sarcopenia. Your trainer tells you that you need to take protein powder to fuel your muscles for that exercise. So you drink your expensive shake, you feel motivated, and you go to do your exercises. But the moment you try to do a squat or lift a small weight, your chassis, your knee joint, your shoulder tendon sends a searing shot of pain because it is weak, brittle, and inflamed. Pain wins. You stop exercising. The protein powder you just drank now has no signal. It has no job to do. The exercise was the signal, but you couldn't send it because your chassis failed. The protein powder approach fails because it skips the most important first step. You must repair the chassis before you can upgrade the engine. The fitness industry is selling a high-performance engine to people who are running on 4 flat, cracked tires. They are addressing the wrong problem first. Before you can build strength, you must build resilience. You must repair the connective tissue so that you can move pain-free. And to do that, you need a completely different kind of protein. So if protein powder is the engine, what is the $1.50 chassis repair kit? It's not in the fancy supplement aisle. It's been sitting in the baking aisle of your grocery store for 50 years. The answer is simple: unflavored gelatin. That's it. That little box of powder you use to make Jell-O or thicken desserts. But here's the scientific secret. Gelatin is cooked collagen. It's a pure, natural protein that contains the exact amino acid building blocks, like glycine and proline, that your body uses to build and repair every inch of its connective tissue. But here is why I call it a muscle sponge. Gelatin is hydrophilic, meaning it loves water. It absorbs and holds it, creating that familiar gel. Your joint cartilage is also a sponge. It's a matrix of collagen that is supposed to be plump and hydrated, acting as a shock-absorbing cushion. As we age, that sponge dries out. It becomes brittle and thin. This is bone-on-bone pain. When you consume gelatin, you are providing the raw materials to rebuild that dried-out sponge. But the real secret, the part that makes it 200% more effective, is not what you take, but when you take it. Groundbreaking research from institutions like UC Davis has revealed the ultimate joint-building hack. To repair cartilage, you need two things: the raw materials and a delivery mechanism. The problem is your cartilage has terrible blood flow, but light exercise, like walking, gardening, or physical therapy, acts like a pump. It squeezes and releases the cartilage, forcing it to suck in fluid from the surrounding joint. So here is the hack. You consume the gelatin before you move. By taking a specific dose of gelatin about 1 hour before your daily walk or your exercises, you flood your bloodstream with these collagen-building blocks. Then, when you start moving, your cartilage acts like a sponge, sucking up that nutrient-rich fluid. You are literally force-feeding your joints the exact materials they need to repair, at the exact time they are most receptive. Let me tell you about Brenda, a 74-year-old who was terrified of her physical therapy appointments. She had bone-on-bone knee pain and was only taking whey protein. Every session was agony. Her therapist suggested she try 1 packet of unflavored gelatin, dissolved in a small glass of orange juice, 1 hour before every session. The first week, she said, the pain was still there, but it felt duller. By the 3rd week, she completed her full set of exercises for the first time without wincing. By the 2nd month, she was asking to add new exercises. She broke the pain cycle. She was finally repairing the chassis, which gave her the confidence to start upgrading the engine. The practical blueprint. Step 1. What to buy. Go to the baking aisle. Buy a small box of unflavored gelatin. A box of 4 packets often costs around $1.50. Step 2. The joint-building elixir. You need to combine the gelatin with vitamin C, which your body must have to synthesize collagen. Mix 1 packet of unflavored gelatin into half a cup of a vitamin C-rich juice, like orange juice or cranberry juice. It will gel up quickly. You can add a little hot water to dissolve it first if you like, then add the juice. Drink it down. Step 3. The critical timing. You must consume this elixir 60 minutes before your primary physical activity of the day. This is the golden window. That activity could be your physical therapy, your daily walk, your water aerobics, or even just your gardening. The movement is what delivers the nutrients. Now, with this powerful and simple hack, there is one critical mistake you must avoid. It's an easy-to-make error in the grocery store that will completely neutralize your efforts and turn this healing food into an inflammatory, sugary mess. The mistake is grabbing the flavored, sweetened Jell-O dessert mix. Those colorful boxes of dessert powder are not the same thing. They are 90% sugar and artificial flavorings with only a tiny, ineffective amount of actual gelatin. Consuming that will spike your blood sugar, create inflammation, and actively work against joint repair. You are pouring sugar on an inflammatory fire. The rule is simple and non-negotiable. You must buy unflavored gelatin from the baking aisle. It should be 100% pure gelatin with zero sugar and zero flavorings. This is the only way to get the pure, therapeutic 15-gram dose of collagen protein needed to rebuild your chassis. So the ultimate lesson is this: stop trying to build a new engine on a rusty, broken frame. The protein powder approach fails because it ignores the foundation. By first focusing on rebuilding your chassis, your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, with this simple, inexpensive gelatin hack, you break the pain cycle. You create a resilient, pain-free foundation that allows you to do the exercise you know you need. You repair the tires first, and then you can safely upgrade the engine. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever felt that frustration where your joints hurt too much to do the exercise you know you need? Let me know in the comments below. And if this chassis-first approach makes sense to you, please hit that subscribe button. Next week, we're going to discuss the one common kitchen oil that has been linked to increased joint pain and inflammation. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching. Stay strong and stay informed.